Hi everybody. I have not done a video in so long. It's literally been months, and I was kind of debating on whether or not I wanted to continue with YouTube or not. And I kind of just decided that I really wanted to like document everything. My last video was actually my miscarriage video, and the beginning video of like me starting back up is I am pregnant again, and I'm super excited to finally do these videos. If I'm crooked, it's because my tripod is not wanting to do what it needs to do, so I don't know why it's kind of slanting, but whatever. I actually already filmed this video, and for some reason my phone decided to delete it, so I'm starting all over. Anyways, like I said, my last video was my miscarriage video, and that was back in February, and it is now almost July actually, and I found out I was pregnant when I was 3.5 weeks pregnant, and now I am almost 13 weeks pregnant. I'm extremely behind. I have literally been wanting to make a video every week, but I have just not had the motivation whatsoever. And then I was thinking about it, and I really want to document my pregnancy this time around. I didn't do it with Caden, and I regret it, and I'm excited to finally start back up on it. So, getting back into like finding out I was pregnant and stuff, that's what this video is going to be. I'm obviously going to do like, I'll probably wait and do a 13-week update, and then we actually find out the gender in 2 days. And I'm going to try my best to do a video tomorrow on like some old wives' tales and such. I think those are so much fun. And then I will obviously do a gender reveal, like an announcement. But this video is going to literally just be like finding out I was pregnant and leading up to that and such, because like I said, I haven't made a video since my miscarriage video. But I'm not going to have the dates very accurate, to be honest, because I'm filming on my phone because my camera broke, and all my notes are on my phone. I literally keep all my notes on my phone. So like I said, the dates probably aren't going to be too correct, but I know roughly around when everything happened and such. So to get started, like I said, I had a miscarriage in February. And then we decided like right away that we wanted to get back on track and continue to try to get pregnant. So we did. We miscarriage in February, and then I didn't actually have a period, but I remember one day I knew I was ovulating, and it was really weird. I wasn't even testing for ovulation because I didn't have my period, so I didn't know when around to test and such. But my doctor said that sometimes you don't even see blood and your period starts. So somehow I had some kind of a period, and I ovulated on my own, which is big because I take fertility medicine because I usually don't ovulate on my own. So as soon as I like felt myself ovulating, and then I took a test real quick to like confirm it, we started trying and such. And I don't remember exactly like the dates of everything, but I do remember I was supposed to find out if I was pregnant on Easter, March 27th, and I wasn't. I started my period on Easter, and I was so disappointed. It was unreal. But we got back on track with taking Clomid, and we did a round of Clomid, which was absolutely horrible this time. Let's just say it would have been miserable if I didn't get pregnant this past time, and I had to continue because my doctor was going to up my dosage by like a good bit. And this past time, I mean, headaches every single day, really bad headaches, my mood swings, my poor husband, hot flashes were really bad, and then ovulation was horrible this time. And I mean, I was in so much pain, I could barely move. It kept me up. I couldn't sleep through the pain. It was horrible. But yeah, we did a full round of Clomid, and yeah, right away I told Chad, I know I'm not pregnant. Like, I'm not even going to test when you're home because it's not even going to be worth it. I know for sure I'm not pregnant, because when I got pregnant on Clomid the last time, I had symptoms right away. Literally right away, I knew I was pregnant. So this time around, we decided to, like I said, I watch a lot of YouTube moms. If you don't know that about me, I've watched YouTube moms forever, and that's why I finally decided to start. And a lot of moms that are struggling with infertility and have been trying for so long, they use these test strips. I honestly don't remember the name of them. I want to say they're like something with a W, like Onefo or something like that. Like I said, they're test strips, and you get like 5 of them for $7. And I've honestly heard that they're pretty, like, you know, they really do work. They're just test strips, and they're not like a name brand, so that's why they're so much cheaper. So we decided to try those out just because, like I mentioned, I knew I wasn't pregnant, but obviously I still wanted to test. So I started taking them really early just because I had 5 of them. I had a good bit of them. So, and if you hear something, it's my crazy son going nuts. He's playing, and I'm trying to do this video, but yeah, we got those, and I started testing at like 7 DPO, which is way too early, but I started testing because I had a lot of them. But I never even really cared to look at the tests. I mean, obviously I ended up looking at them to see what they say, but I knew for a fact that I was not pregnant. I had no symptoms. And then at 10 DPO, 10 days past ovulation, I remember taking the test with my first morning urine. Actually, it wasn't even first morning urine. It was like my 3rd urine for the morning or whatever, but because I honestly, just like I said, I knew I wasn't pregnant, so I didn't care if it was my first morning urine. So I ended up taking the test, and I set it down, and I didn't even look at it. So days going on, it was at least an hour. I went to use the bathroom again, and I was actually on the phone with Chad. How convenient. I was on the phone with Chad, and we were talking. He was at work, and I was like, oh, I haven't checked that test. And I checked it, and my mouth dropped. Like, it was faint, but there was for sure 2 lines. And he was concerned, like, what's going on? Why'd you get quiet and such? And I told him there was a line, and he was like, no possible way. So there was obviously a line, and I was so confused. It was positive, and Chad and I were officially freaking out. But at the same time, I kind of told him, these are cheap tests. They're probably not accurate. Let's not get too excited about it. And he asked me if I had more, and I did, because like I said, I bought a good bit of them. So I took another one, and this was not my morning urine, and I was only 10 DPO. That's pretty early to test. So I tested again, and positive, and I still was not believing it. I was like, there's no possible way. None at all. I'm not pregnant. So I took another one, and it was positive. So I officially like started to believe it, and I was obviously extremely excited. Chad was extremely excited, and it was really weird about that day. I think I had symptoms, and I just wasn't realizing it on the day that I found out I was pregnant. And it was really weird because that was the first time I'd gotten symptoms, and then I found out. I remember, for one, I can't remember what I was making, but I put like butter in a pan. I think I was maybe making eggs or whatever. Like, I was melting butter and stuff, and I remember thinking, like, the butter smelled so nasty, and I didn't understand why, and I obviously didn't think anything of it. And then I was doing dishes, and my back was killing me, and I mean, like, more than usual. My back's always bothering me, but my back was just hurting really bad. And once again, like I said, I didn't think anything of it because I was like, I'm not pregnant. I didn't even think that. So 3 positive tests, super excited, waiting for Chad to get home, and I get a call from my doctor with my progesterone level results. And if you've watched my other videos when I did a round of Clomid and such, they take your blood on day 21, I believe, to check your progesterone levels. Well, my progesterone levels last time, if I'm correct, they were you needed anything over like an 11, and my level was a 10. So not super, super, super low, but it was pretty low, and he was concerned, and then I ended up miscarrying. Well, they called this time, and this was before I even called to tell my doctor that I was pregnant, that I got, you know, positive results and such. And she called back, and before I even had a chance to say that I was pregnant, she she said, we got your progesterone levels and they're very low. We're gonna start you on another round of Clomid, and we're upping your dosage from 1 pill a day to 3 pills a day. So, and immediately I was like, well, I just got 3 positive pregnancy tests, and she sounded extremely surprised, like, how are you pregnant? And I asked her what my level was, and like I said, if I remember correctly, you need like a level of an 11, if I can talk right, 11 to be on the safe side, and my level was a 6. So it was like extremely low this time. So immediately I started crying because, like I said, I don't really know the reason of why I miscarried last time because it was so early. It was probably just, you know, like the baby wasn't growing correctly, or however it usually is with it being that early. But in my mind, I have always thought it was my progesterone levels because of how low they were. And I know that with low progesterone, like, a main thing of that when you're pregnant is that you miscarriage. So in the back of my mind, I was thinking miscarriage right away, and I was freaking out. But she told me that she got my doctor on the phone real quick because I was speaking to a nurse, and he was excited for me, and he told me not to worry just yet. Obviously it's not good, but he doesn't want me to start stressing right away. So he started me on progesterone suppositories twice a day. And he's heard, you know, he's done it for women before, and it's saved their pregnancies. And he was trying to keep me calm, but at the same time, I feel like he was kind of preparing me with how low my level was. So right away, I got dressed and I headed to the pharmacy to pick up those progesterone suppositories so I could start right away. And I was bawling my eyes out and bawling my, like, literally. And Chad was talking to me, and he, before I go into the story, progesterone suppositories are not covered by your insurance, and they are extremely expensive, and I was going to need to take them for a good while, and a month's supply of them was $250, so they're pretty expensive. So I was talking to Chad, and he brought up, you know, why don't you go take a name brand test just to make sure, because like I said, those are off-brand tests and everything, and we didn't want to spend that much money before, you know, really making sure. Not that 3 tests wasn't enough, but so yeah, I got dressed and I headed into Walmart, and I bought a First Response. Those are always the tests that I buy. I bought a First Response and a cup that I could pee in, and I went to the bathroom and I peed in a cup, and right away, and this was not my first morning urine, and like I said, I was only 10 DPO. It showed up almost right away that I was pregnant, second line. So I'm on the phone, I'm crying, I mean bawling my eyes out, just because I'm thinking I'm going to miscarry again. I'm walking out to the car, and this is like, it makes me cry talking about it, but I was walking out to the car, and I remember there was this guy like 2 cars down from my car, and he was just staring at me, and I was in such a bad mood already, and I was getting so mad. I was on the phone with Chad, and I was being loud, like I was like, I don't know what this guy's looking at or anything, and I was so upset that this guy was staring at me, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I walked past his car, and on the back of his car, like with those chalk pens that you can get, like people write like just married and such, I remember in big bold letters it said just pray. And I started crying harder, because I feel like that was just like God saying, you know, everything's going to be okay. You just need to pray about it. You just need to put it in God's hands. So that was like a big, like, obviously I was still extremely scared and worried, and I cried for like days after because I was so scared. But that kind of gave me like a peace of mind and a calmness that I just really need to have faith in God, and that everything's gonna be okay. So that was a wonderful sign, let me just tell you. So I picked up my progesterone and I started it, and everything has been good up to this point. Like I said, I'm almost 13 weeks. I'm 2 days away from being 13 weeks pregnant. My first appointment was, I was 8 weeks and 1 day, and I was so nervous that something was going to be wrong. He did an ultrasound and baby was good. Everything's looking good. I am due January 1st, New Year's Day. I am due, and Chad swears it's going to be a Christmas baby, but yes, I'm due January 1st, which is crazy. I recently just had another appointment at 12 weeks and 1 day. Scared me to death. I went in, and at those appointments, you know, they check your weight, which I had lost 3 pounds, but he wasn't concerned. Obviously, you lose weight here and there. But I lost 3 pounds. My blood pressure was good. And then they went back to check the heartbeat with a Doppler, and she couldn't find the heartbeat. And obviously, my heart sunk. So she took me back to the ultrasound room and did an ultrasound, and I was kind of watching her eyes just to see, you know, what her reaction was. And she turned the screen towards me, and the baby was going crazy. And I mean, like, kicking its arms, moving its feet, just moving all over the place, and immediately I cried like a baby. Just because you know, before every appointment, my heart kind of like sinks, thinking that there's going to be something wrong. I know you shouldn't think that way, but that's just how my mind works. So when I seen the ultrasound and seen the baby moving and being healthy and everything, it just made me feel a million times better. So it was really nice to be able to see the baby and everything at that point. But like I said, we have an appointment on Sunday, June 26th. I will be 13 weeks exactly, and that's when they start being able to do, like, determining the gender and such. And we weren't wasting no time. We want to know. We are so ready to know. I've already been buying gender neutral stuff. We've already bought a diaper genie. We've already been buying diapers. We are so beyond excited to be on this journey again and to be as far as we are. Caden, thrilled. At first, he was determined that I was having a boy and a girl, and now he wants a boy. He wants a brother so bad, which that would be completely fine. I could care less what the gender is, as long as it is a happy, healthy baby. I will be so thrilled. But we find out in 2 days, and I'm excited, like I said. I am praying that I am able to do another video before I find out, and I want to do a like old wives tales. I think those are so much fun. Obviously they're not really accurate, but I think they're fun to do, so I plan on doing that video tomorrow. And then obviously when we find out the gender, I will announce the gender, and I'm going to try to start with probably not weekly updates, because I feel like, with me anyway, my symptoms don't change that much every week. So at least every other week, I'm going to try to start doing updates. And I'm going to try to start getting back in the role of everything, because I'm excited to finally be back into this. I stopped for a while and I was debating on whether or not I should do it. But I'm excited, and I've had a few of you guys message me personally, people that I know, telling me that they enjoyed my videos and that they miss seeing them. So I'm really excited to start doing this again. I've had so much support from a lot of people that I know, and I appreciate it more than anything. I really honestly enjoy doing this. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm so excited to be on this journey again and to share it with you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you for my next video.